What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. It's time to continue the space race. Last episode we did Vanguard TV4 and Explorer 1. This episode, what we need to do is get our first Vanguard rocket into orbit. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be able to, but yeah, we're going to have to see. Also, we need to work on Explorer 3 and 4. Yeah, I'm going to try to get those in this episode. But yeah, we got a little bit to do, so let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so let's take a look at what missions we have. So we do have some exploration. Explore Kerbal. Let's see. In the grand scheme, I'm trying to figure out what it wants me to do. Oh, return to Kerbal from orbit. We're not going to be able to do that one now. It'd probably have to wait until 1959 with the Corona, the Corona project, which was actually actually called Discoverer. It actually had two names. Discoverer was the public name, and Corona was the classified name because it was a spy camera that they put into orbit. But yeah, this episode, what we need to do is we'll go ahead and accept that one. History of space flight, go to the US, and I think we're going to be doing Vanguard 1, which was the first Vanguard to actually make it. Yeah, there it is. The first Vanguard that was actually able to make it into orbit. Now, Vanguard 1 was actually Vanguard TV4, but once the satellite was released in orbit, the name changed to Vanguard 1. So, up until this point, there was actually several different Vanguards. So you had Vanguard 0, or TV0, which was a suborbital flight just to test out the launch vehicle. I think TV1 was the same thing. TV2 actually failed. TV3 also failed, which we saw in the first episode. And then we have TV3BU, which was the TV3 backup, which also failed. And now we have TV4, which is Vanguard 1, which launched in March 17th, 1958. Now, this mission actually had two purposes. One was to test the staging, or test a rocket with multiple stagings, and the satellite was actually to test the effects of a satellite in orbit. So it didn't have a lot of scientific equipment. One thing it did have, which was actually the first for space, was solar panels. They would be the first solar panels that were put into space, which is actually kind of cool. So we already accepted that one. And then what I would like to do is get into the Explorer project. But yeah, we're going to try to go through this 1 month at a time. All right, first thing we need to do is I got to figure something out. Because are we going to have enough money? Yes, we do. So one thing I would like to do is I would like to start making maneuver nodes. In order to do that, I need to upgrade the tracking station. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I would also like to upgrade mission control. 75,000. Yeah, the rockets that we're building don't cost that much. Hopefully we'll be okay. Alright, so with Vanguard, we saw Vanguard 1, or actually TV3 that we launched in last episode. Now we're going to be using pretty much the same rocket. There is one thing I do need to change. And while we're at it, I do need to change Juno 1 as well. There was one thing I forgot. I'm like a complete moron. Let's bring that down. We forgot the guidance unit. There we go. Now that that's done, we can go ahead and save that. That is Juno 1. We also need to do the same thing to Explorer 1. Because, yeah, I merged it all together. Alright, let's go ahead and do this real quick. Yeah, I had so much information going around in my head that I wanted to put in the video. A lot of the stuff I didn't put in the video, but because I had so much stuff in my head, I kind of forgot some things. Alright, now that we got that, let's go ahead and open and go to Vanguard 1. And there she is. Now, there is one thing that I would like to do real quick. So, yeah, this right here is the Vanguard 1 Pro, which was actually named the Grapefruit by a Russian. I can't remember the guy's name, but he thought it was kind of funny and called it the Grapefruit. One thing I would like to do is to go ahead and change our little SRB. Let me find Vanguard. Did I misspell it? Yes, I did. God damn it. Alright, I would like to change that for the bigger one. Where is it? There it is. The reason for that is the amount of fuel in it is easier to control. So let me put this down, and then we'll go ahead and... Well, let's try half. Let's give that a shot and see if that works out. Alright, let's go ahead and connect the Vanguard rocket. And there we go. Check the staging. I think we're good on the staging. Let's go ahead and save it. And let's also check the mission. What do we need to do with this thing? Alright, so deployable solar panels. They're not deployable, but I guess that works. So we need to get to an apoapse of above 373,000 meters and a periapse, of course, of 70 kilometers. Eccentricity of 1.9 and an inclination of 31.2 to 37.2 degrees. That shouldn't be too difficult, or at least I hope not. But yeah, let's go ahead and launch this and see if I can get this thing into orbit. Probably not, but we'll see. Alright, so the first issue we're going to have with this rocket is it's very skinny and very tall. That means it's going to be a little bit top heavy. I'm going to guess it's not going to be very stable, so I'm going to have trouble doing a gravity turn. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do a ballistic trajectory at first with the first stage, and then try to get our inclination, which was at 31 to 37 degrees. Yeah, this is not going to be easy. This one's going to give me issues. Alright, so we're going to use the first stage until we get up to I don't know, 75 kilometers. Well, let's just go ahead and figure this out. I might have to do this one a couple times, so let's go ahead and get everything started. Full throttle, and in 3, 2, 1, go. I also added a clamp because I knew this thing was going to try to tip over on me. And here we go, Vanguard 1, actually TV4. But once we get the satellite into orbit, it will be named Vanguard 1. God, I hope I can get this into orbit. So yeah, like I said, we're going to try to get the inclination and everything with stage 1. I don't think I'll be firing stage 2. We're going to have to see. I want to just turn over. Oh, shit. Okay, just a little bit. So that way nothing comes back down on our launch pad. Because we do have facility destruction. Buildings can be destroyed. So yeah, I definitely want to be careful of that. Come on, baby. Jesus, this is taking forever. Well, I do have one option. I think one of the mods that I have allows me to time warp through a launch. And there we go. Oh, shit. Okay. Nope. Okay, I guess no time warping through launches. Can we recover it? No, we're already starting to go down. Come on. You can do it. And all right, we're starting to gain altitude. There we go. Yeah, but we're almost out of fuel. Nope, we're gonna have to try that one again. Okay, no time warping through a launch. All right, one more time. In 3, 2, 1, launch. And here we go. Alright, so just making sure I pay attention to everything so that way we can try to get this right this time. and no time warping. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and skip time until we get close to separation, and then I'm going to have to figure it out from there. So what I want to do is I want to get the periapse, which at first will be the apoapse. I want to get that to our periapse. I don't want that to be above 70 kilometers, or I want it to be between 70 and 90 kilometers. So yeah, that's what we're going to try to do with our apoapse right now, and hopefully I put enough fuel into that solid rocket booster to give us our altitude for our apoapse. But yeah, we're going to have to see. So yeah, let me go ahead and skip forward and we'll see how this works out. Alright, here pretty soon I'm going to cut the engine right about there. Alright, let's go ahead and separate. Alright, so the second stage, what I decided to go ahead and do is try to get our inclination, which is 31 degrees. Oh, hey, hello. Come on back. Come on back. Right there. Alright, full throttle and stage. Are you gaining speed? Yes, you are gaining altitude. Alright, so we're going to try to get our inclination, try to get it. We're going to try to time it to where we're at 75 kilometers. Right now our inclination is 21. We need to get it to between 31 and 37. No, we're going to have to dip. Alright, so 31. Alright, we'll go a little bit slower. And then we'll wait right for the end. We should have plenty of fuel to do this. Alright, we're at 31. And come on, baby. 32. And our altitude, 75. I think we're good. I think we got it. Now what we need to do is we need to try to use the third stage, which is that solid rocket booster. Let's go ahead and separate the fairing. Yeah, try to use that solid rocket booster to get our apoapse. Ooh, this is going to be iffy. Alright, let's go into time warp a little bit. Oh, Jesus Christ, too much. That's what I get for not paying attention. Alright, well, we can at least test this out. So, let's stage. And fire. Let's see how high we get. Even when you make a mistake, there's still some stuff you can learn. Oh, that is definitely not enough fuel. Oh, and because I'm entering the atmosphere, the drag is causing me to tumble. Well, that's what happens when you're not paying attention. One more time. Alright, we have 33 seconds. Alright, now we could do an accurate test to tell if that SRB is going to have enough fuel. I might end up cutting this one out. I had no idea. If you're seeing this one, then maybe I did actually get this into orbit. Alright, so we're 18 seconds away from apoapse. Because of the power of the SRB, we should have plenty of time after we get to the apoapse to complete this orbit. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, separate, 1, launch. Alright, keep an eye on our periapse, see how high we get. Oh yeah, we're not even close, man. And oh, wait a minute, we did. Holy Jesus. Alright, we were only supposed to get up to, what was it, 300? Yeah, 373,000 meters, 373 kilometers. We got up to 1.6 million. Which is 1,600 kilometers. Or 1,600 kilometers, yeah. A little too high, but it says that we finished it. Alright, while we're still low in orbit, we're only at 75. Let's go ahead and do the science. And deploy. And that should finish off Vanguard 1. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure this is actually named correctly. Rename. Yep, there she is. Alright, let's go ahead and separate the probe, and there it is. Well, I was happy to get that one into orbit. I didn't think I'd be able to. Alright. Alright, we're going to go into the Science Center. Alright, so as I was saying, Vanguard TV0, 1, and 2 were just test flights. They were just testing the staging and the booster. They were suborbital, weren't meant to get into orbit. TV3 was meant to get into orbit, but unfortunately exploded on the launch pad. TV3BU, which was TV3 backup, also did not make it to orbit. Then TV4 was Vanguard 1. Now that we actually got the probe into orbit, which I'm happy about. It only took me 2 tries. Then the next one will be Explorer 3, I do believe. Let's go and double check. So USA. And we have the launcher test, which we're not going to do. Then we have USA research programs. We should have a Vanguard and an Explorer. Yes, we do. All right, so Vanguard 2 was launched by the Vanguard SLV-4 rocket on February 17, 1950. Wow, wait a minute, what? Oh, yeah, that's right. Vanguard 2 was in 1959. That's because all the other Vanguards failed. I forgot about that. All right, so yeah, the next one is we're not gonna take that one yet. We're gonna take the Explorer, which is the Explorer 3. Now, Explorer 1 became the first U.S. man-made satellite in orbit, also discovered the Van Allen belt. Explorer 2 did not make it into orbit. They launched it. They separated the first stage, and the first stage crashed into the rest of the vessel, pointing Explorer 3 in the wrong direction. So when the second stage fired, it went the wrong way. So yeah, Explorer 2 did not make it into orbit. Then we got Explorer 3, which launched, I think, in March. Yeah, March 26, 1958. That one is exactly the same as Vanguard, or the same as Explorer 1. And then the next one is going to be Explorer 4, which is also going to be the exact same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch both those, get those both done, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the next one. Alright, so this one, this one should be pretty simple because we've already gotten this one into orbit. I think we had, a little issue. We did go a little bit too high, but that's okay. As long as we get above 260 kilometers, we should be okay. What we're looking for is an inclination of between 30 degrees and 36. Not too difficult. Alright, check our speed. And, okay, come on. It's fighting me. But we'll get it. It's all good. Come on, let's get to 45 degrees. Get me to 45 degrees and then we can figure it out from there. Just come on. Alright, so we're going to stay just like this once we get it there. And keep an eye on the inclination, like always. We're already at 25. Holy shit. Alright, 27. 28. We need to get... I'm going to try to get to 32. And then we'll try to straighten everything out. So, 29. 30. Just a lot of waiting, man. We still have to wait on the altitude, so... yeah, we need to try to keep that as stable as possible until we actually make it to the right height. Come on, baby. We're only at 30 kilometers. Come on, man. Inclination is at 33. That's where I want to leave it. So let's go ahead and go back a little bit. We're going down. That's fine. That's fine. And our Apple Apps is at 75. There it is. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to do it like we should have done in the last episode, and we're going to separate, and we should be able to control it. That's what happened to Explorer 2. The first stage bumped into the rocket, pointing it in the wrong direction, but luckily we still have control. Alright, our inclination, we should be good. 32 degrees, not bad. Alright, we'll go ahead and go down to about right there. Our Apple Apps is at 1 minute 25 seconds, so we got a little bit of time. Alright, let's go ahead and speed this up. And keep an eye on that time to Apple Apps. And we'll get it down to about 15 seconds. Making sure my cursor is not over this or it won't activate. And right there. Alright, make sure we're pointing towards the horizon. And we're going to go ahead and separate. And get ready for this. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, keep an eye on the Parallax once it gets up to... I don't think this is going to get high enough. We're going to have to use the next stage. Yes, we are. Alright, separate that one. And in 3, 2, 1, fire. And now we're paying attention to the Apple Apps. As long as we get to the right height. Well, we're going over again. But that's okay. Wait to see what our app... We are low in space, so we could do the science. It's not going to let me because we already did that science. So let's go ahead and do it this way. We're not going to get any science from that, but that is going to complete the mission. Alright, so up till after this point, we had several more Vanguard launches. So Explorer 3 launched in March 26, 1958. We had another Vanguard in April, May, and June that all failed. And then we have Explorer 4, which is the next one I need to go ahead and launch. And there it is, a little bit earlier than usual. Alright, let's go and decouple that. Oops, wrong one. Decouple that one. And there she is, Explorer 4. We finished it. Alright, so this actually marked the start of a new era. In July 1958, the U.S. government established the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which would replace the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, which was established in like the 1920s, I think, something like that. But yeah, it was the end of like a 40 to 50 year reign. NASA would be responsible for all aeronautical and space flights from then on. And their first mission would be Pioneer 1, which wouldn't be launched until I do believe it was like in December. I think. I can't. No, I think it was October. Not sure. But yeah, that's it for Vanguard and Pioneer up till 4. At least for this rocket, because I think when we get into Pioneer 5, or not Pioneer, Explorer 5, we get to a different type of probe and a different type of rocket. And then with Pioneer 1, we have to design a new booster, the Thor Able, which is one of my favorites. But yeah, we'll talk about that next episode. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.